Good game. Let's go ahead. Let's try MedLab now. That was another request.
Hang on.
Yep.
I have to ask, what led you guys to where I was? Because I thought warping above the ground.
Yeah, at the very beginning, but also you have to be pretty high in the sky. I think you have to be above 40 meters to not leave footprints.
Yeah, when we spawned, there was footprints going down where the poisonous...
Because mammoth birds usually spawn there.
I usually go where monsters are usually going as assault. I blindly go in a certain area, and for like a bit more than 80% I'm right. So I saw tracks, and I just went, okay, that is usually the area where monsters are going, so I just went there, and I heard you pretty soon, so I could ping you, and the trapper could dome you pretty fast.
I was hoping the sneaking would make you guys go to the caves.
Yeah, there wasn't literally, as we spawned, you left footprints going down where the poisonous things were.
Yeah, that shows how much I play Wraith.
No worries, that's what we're here for. Practice, practice. And onto the frigid area of MedLab. Hey Trojan, how's it going?
By the way, how are you guys liking the changes they made to the maps? I'm really liking them so far, actually.
I'll have to talk about that after this. I won't have enough time.
Yeah, okay, let's do this.
Tell the herd that if they can hear us, that...
I already told them, yeah. So once again, if the background noise is a little too loud, my son just moved the TV recently to the living room. Now that one of our roommates no longer lives here. So if you are hearing that and it's too distracting, just let me know. I think it's okay though. Whoa. Okay, so let's see what happens. I bet you anything, I want to see Parnell. I think he might choose Parnell again. Ooh. Ooh. I do like that they're changing up their lineup. Like, that's the fantastic thing. Whenever you're practicing, don't stick to what you're good with. Try and experiment, because you never know when something clicks and you're like, oh, ooh, this is a very interesting team. Very interesting. If Cabot can time Torvald's launcher, you could do some pretty decent damage. I do like that all three of these non-support classes can actually do a decent amount of damage. So if the damage amp is up and the assault is not in position, these two can still do a decent amount. So it'll be very interesting to see. But I love Cabot. Cabot's the support that I played for several months in the ESL. So he is near and dear to my heart. Even though I think that the reload speed didn't need to be nerfed, the damage on his thing absolutely, but I think that it was a little overkill for the repair. Okay, let's see where Goliath goes sneaking. So heading east towards the thicker parts. So I don't know what the point of this was, to go this way and then go back. I feel that that was a little bit of lost time. And again, I think that this is map knowledge, because he's going to climb up and they're going to see him. I'm pretty sure they can see him. I have a feeling that they probably saw him. Let's see if I was right. Did they ping? Interesting. So they're going after the track, so they did not see him out of the dropship. I feel that they should have. So just always be careful when you're in the dropship. The medic who is closest to the left-hand side should always look left. The person on the right, the support, should always look right. And then the other two in the middle look up and down. Kind of like at the cardinals. Oh, it looks like that the support does finally see some footprints over here. And it looks like support is waiting for the rest of his team to catch up. Hadrosaur able to eat a lot of food down here, not aware that the hunters are a good space away. So this will be 4 more food in the belly. I feel like that this was a level 3 flame burst. I have to see if he has any other skills, but that killed the striders pretty quickly, so I'll have to check the next time he goes and kills something. So it looks like that he saw somebody, sees the trapper, gets stasis by the trapper, And the dome should be coming in very, very shortly. I'm not sure what that was all about. And there comes a dome. So this is actually a really good dome for the... if the trapper's cornered right here. If Goliath gets him into a corner, this could actually be a very good... I'd like to see some more traversals going after conjugates here. The rest of the team is super far away. I feel that was a misplay for conjugates. Excuse me. I feel that trapper was out of position, and that the Goliath could have the opportunity. And so this is an area where this is a super strong monster area. It's a very scary place to be because there's lots of elevation changes, lots of pillars, lots of caves, very enclosed, and so it's very, very easy for a monster to do good work here. So this is actually a decent area to be domed in if you're going to get domed. And the monster going around trying to find somebody off by themselves. And there's Cabot doing a little bit of damage. Looks like that the monster is evading a good amount of damage so far. Might be able to go ahead. Oh, and there's the damage amp, and the dome comes down, but it looks like he is still sticking around. If he decides to book it, he probably could have gotten out of there without taking any damage. As it is right now, nope, looks like he will get away. Oh, and there we go. Some mortars taking off that last bit of health and armor. I felt like that as soon as the dome went down, if he was able to run away, that would have been a very different situation. Okay, so he decides to eat on the run. As anyone who watches my channel, I am not a big fan of eating on the run, unless you have a very specific feeding speed Goliath perk or feeding speed Kraken with 3 Banshee Mines at stage 1. But overall, I'm not a big fan. Here is a Mammoth Bird, and it looks like he's not even going to bother with the Mammoth Bird, saying, nope, screw those guys are jerks. And there's the Leaf Smash, so he does have at least 1 point into Leaf Smash. It looks like that, okay. Eating up the belly, so it looks like the hunters might actually be able to go. Nope, it looks like that carrion bird will prevent the monster from being able to get away. Gobi, finding the monster, decides to pee on him and makes him turn yellow. So Goliath running away. He's fighting. If he does go get engaged down here, this area right here by Pride Rock is a very good area to be domed as a monster. It has a couple of elevations and it's got a confined area, especially with a monster like Behemoth or Goliath. And those Mammoth Birds, once again, just doing an absolute pain-in-the-butt job. Conjugates all by himself, once again. I'm glad that he did not throw down the dome, because that dome would have been a very bad mistake. He would have probably thrown the dome before his teammates got up, and the Goliath, going to try and get away, gets out of the dome. Fantastic work. Always be careful even if you're next to the monster as a trapper. You always want to wait until its traversals are gone, and then start throwing the dome. It is not illusional. Go ahead and join the chat room or send me a message and I'll invite you to the chat room after this game. So the monster back again, going to evolve in this area. Scary, scary area. He gets spotted by the hunters though, and they are going to try and start chasing him around. Hey, Aiden, what is it? So Goliath running away, Trapper are trying to head off in the direction of the monster. Looks like the monster will be getting away. I feel that right now he might get trapped in this area. If the Trapper holds back, I feel that the rest of the team might be able to start whittling his health down, forcing the monster to either take a crappy evolution. Interesting that they pinged off the map. So this evolution spot, kind of scary because he knows that the hunters are close by, is probably going to take a bit of damage. If Cabot dusts right here and starts shooting through the wall, and those mortars start hitting, and there's the mortars coming in, going to take a little bit of damage, and the dome comes down. Oh, do I get the stupid invisible? No, okay, good. So it looks like Goliath got kind of stuck in there. Ooh, that rock could have been bad. I feel a rock actually almost was supposed to hit the ceiling there. The Trapper doing a great job of keeping the hunter thing. If you're ever fighting against somebody with stasis grenades or Val, basically in general, you always want to hug a cliff. The reason being is because, oh, look at that health melting. The advantage of having Cabot and a damage team, and he just starts melting. But if you're ever fighting against a team that has slows, always try and fight near verticality. And the reason why is because you can always climb up at full speed. So if you have no traversals or a skill ability to use, just climb up something or climb down. It's just the easiest way to get out of there. GG. Let's head back. And I'll answer your question in just a moment, Trojan, and I think a couple others. Good game. So good. Hold on, I need to sneeze.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. My wife says that right before I sneeze, and then I don't sneeze, and then it's so unsatisfying.
I hate it when I don't sneeze, and it's like the bad feeling like constantly the whole time, and I just want to sneeze, but it doesn't come. Anyways.
Pretty much. So a really good start at the beginning when you try to throw them off your trail. I feel like they probably, I'm not too sure who was looking in what direction out of a dropship. I think if Slim was looking left, normally the medics are closest to that side, but I think that if you were looking left, you probably would have actually seen him right at the very beginning. So just be a little careful about the route that you take, and if you do set off false prints, try and do that a little bit sooner rather than later, just in case, because then once they saw your other set of footprints, they're able to go and corner you in the northwest area. That being said, you got domes in the northwest area. Very, very strong monster area. If you're ever going to get domed, always get domed there because it's really hard. Like I've played in some groups where the hunters are like, nope, we don't care if he's evolving in there. We're not doming him in that area.
Usually not doming there anyways.
Yeah, because it's very scary. That being said, Conjugates, you were like way ahead of the group, and I felt like you should have gotten a strike there because I think that if he was able to pounce you, the rest of your team was very, very far away, and it was just an unfortunate miss by Goliath's pounce that he didn't smash your brains in. So just be careful not to be too far ahead of the pack. That being the case, you were doing a really good job. As soon as the dome dropped, I think if you left immediately, Hadrosaur, you wouldn't have got hit by the last mortar barrage, and you would have taken no permanent health damage in that fight. And at that point, you could have just head downhill towards the bush area, and then just start feeding. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is just map knowledge, and going in a straight line, kind of, especially downhill. If you ever engage the hunters on a higher plane and then start going downhill as Goliath, your traversals get a lot more distance out of it. That being the case, Slim doing a great job healing. All of you doing a really good job. I like to see the damage team from time to time, and just it's so fast. It's so funny how fast armor and health can melt in those situations. But just be careful that if you are ahead of the pack, to wait for the rest of your team. I noticed Cabot did that. You saw the footprints, and then you kind of turned around and you saw your teammates, and you kind of waited up because the rest of them were in that little jungle area. So I did like that you came back for that.
One thing that I did
though,
notice.
Yes.
No, I was going to say that he had the chance to evolve when he dodged the dome, and he didn't evolve down in that area.
No, I don't think he was ready to evolve just right then.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I had to go to the spot that we originally fought to get one last piece of armor to evolve.
Damn.
That's unfortunate.
Hi.
Yeah, if you would have been
though,
ready to evolve there, it would have been decent.
You went up?
You evolved in the thingy in the snow area on top there, right? Make sure next time you evolve in there, if you play against a Torvald, don't evolve too close to the outer wall. Because if I shoot my mortars against the wall, the blast radius will hit you through the wall, and that was the case in the last game, so I took 1 bar for free. If you just evolve in the middle, these won't hit you, basically. So.
Yeah, I went in there thinking that you couldn't mortar me, but then all of a sudden I have like 3 bars of health left.
Yeah, ironically enough, pretty much all the supports, like Sunny's gun, or I can't even think. Nuke can shoot through walls. Hank's orbital can hit through walls. I think there's. I'm trying to think. I think even Bucket's rocket launcher. I think all the supports have a way to shoot through like a thin piece of wall like that too. But good game. Let me go ahead and swap out the map. As for the map changes, I absolutely love them. They actually encourage me as a monster to not stay at stage 2 as long as possible, because now the relays are actually somewhat better because it's a lot harder to cheese them. And the reason, like I think I've probably gone to stage 3 maybe 5% of all my games, and that's usually because I needed the health, or I was forcing them to come out. Like 1 or 2 of them would run off after I was about to kill them, and so then I evolve at the relay to force them to come to me so I can close out the game. But outside of that, I hated going to stage 3 because it was scary. Because like the hunters had such an advantage there, but now with a lot of these changes, I actually feel like going to stage 3 doesn't actually hurt me very much.
Yeah, but you can kind of still cheat the dome area. No, the relay fight where you could. Oh shit! You know the buildings on MaddLab, they like blocked off with the walls and stuff, so you couldn't be there anymore. You can still kind of cheat it and still be at the relay fight there. The assault just have to stand a little more forward.
Yeah, but it's nowhere near what the Maggie Markov run around the circle while Kyra heals through walls crap that was going on that. Like, that MedLab relay was by far the worst offender. Wraith Trap, I was surprised Wraith Trap didn't get touched yet. Because you can do something similar there as well. Okay, give me one.
Say that